Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon. It's the Ticket Punchers here on 96.1 FM, 1450 AM, Big X Sports Radio. I'm your host, Roman Kelly, joined by my co-host here today, Curtis Phillips, as we wait for our other co-host, J.R. Anderson, to get joined in here live on the show. Curtis, got a lot to get into as it's a Tuesday show here on the Ticket Punchers. We've got to react to the weekend night of bets, the weekend official punches we've all given out. React to the Monday night parlay that we gave out where we ran the board. All three of the plays that we gave out for the triple punch parlay all did hit. So last night, the parlay for the Ticket Punchers getting a clean sweep, and then JR throwing a plus money steamer out for the listeners and viewers as well on X. The fourth quarter Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown hits for us on an official punch last night. Technically, it's a parlay punch, but not from the show, but still from the X account. Go follow it at @ticket_punchers if you haven't. But fellas, excited to have you guys in here today. We'll start with you, Curtis. How are you doing? How was your weekend? And how do you feel about this matchup tonight between the Louisville Cardinals and the Kentucky Wildcats? I get that that's three major questions there, but start with your weekend, how you're doing to start your week off, and what you're looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, man, doing good. Had a good weekend. As far as tonight's games go, well, obviously Louisville and Kentucky. This is probably the most, anticipated matchup, I've had, in a while between, Louisville and Kentucky. So very excited, to see how we, come out and play. A little nervous with the amount of people, that are on Louisville, but I mean, that just shows, the confidence that people have in this year's teams. So, yeah, as far as the weekend goes, in the betting room, we went 3-2 on Friday's picks, so not too bad. So, but yeah, good weekend overall.
JR, how was your weekend? How are you doing? And how are you looking for tonight? How are you feeling about tonight?
Yeah, weekend was great. Went up to Minnesota with my best friend and some family and watched the Ravens and Vikings game. That guy right there got the job done, so I'm happy. I'm geeked. It was my birthday. My team playing my best friend's team. So
happy belated birthday. What are you, 30
Oh,
now?
happy belated.
33.
33.
Yeah, it's my Jesus year.
Love that. Love that. Glad you got to have a good time.
Yeah,
Watching your NFL team win in person, fellas, something I haven't gotten to experience yet. Down in 2022, I went down to watch my Saints play. The Bengals came down, whooped up on us a little bit, and that was first experience watching my team in person. So I still need to get that feeling under my belt. Both of you all here on the Ticket Punchers this season have already gotten to watch your team in the NFL win in person already. So maybe I need to look at the Saints schedule now that we've got Tyler out there throwing dots, see if I can go catch a win here in person this season. But fellas, I love to hear that. Glad you guys had some good weekends. And like Curtis mentioned, just getting straight up into it here. We did have a pretty good day Friday night. Pretty good Friday as a whole. I mean, individually, I didn't do all that great on my Friday official punches, but I was able to pull in a 4-4 official punch record from Friday. That's technically 4-4 over the weekend, right? I went 2-0 on Friday night, 0-2 on Saturday, and then I believe 2-2 on Sunday, which, it's all good. It's individual punches. One of those was plus money, able to make a little bit of money there. But overall, feeling like we've had a pretty good start to the November for the Ticket Punchers here on the show. Fellas, I want to get right into it tonight. Obviously, we've got Louisville basketball tonight, and that's where we're going to start things. Just in the college basketball realm, 3 top 25 matchups tonight. Illinois, Texas Tech going at it tonight as well. On top of what is Creighton and Gonzaga, I believe, as the late night game. And then, of course, our Cardinals playing tonight here in Louisville in the Yum Center going up against the Cats. Is there anything we're looking at? Actually, I know there is. We're going to get to this straight away because I've got a play tonight. It's not an official punch because there's a new aspect to the show. We're going to call it what? I mean, it's the triple punch parlay every day. The daily triple punch parlay. We're going to give it out where each of us give one play. It's a 3-leg parlay. We're all going to take it. We're all going to bet it. And it's going to be an every single day thing. We're going to give out 3 props, all under -200 odds. So you should be able to get some pretty cool parlay odds when you get those three things together. So each day we're going to get that. We're going to maybe even get that out before the show starts some days. Get it out on Twitter. We'll talk about it at the start of the show some days. Other days, we might not get that three-leg parlay finished till the end of the show, and that's when you'll be able to get it. But we hit the first official triple punch parlay Monday as we had some Monday Night Football props where all of us are able to hit. And, fellas, I've already got mine ready for tonight. I'm on Florida State plus 18.5 tonight. Curtis, I'm stealing it from you. I'm sorry. I know you had the Ohio State team total, though, so I don't feel too bad because you texted that one in first. And I was on FSU as of last night. I saw that plus 19.5. I was like, whoa. I saw plus 18.5 early this morning. I was like, huh. And then at about 2 p.m. today, plus 16.5 at one point I saw on a book. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they know that Florida State can score. They know that the Florida defense may not be ready to hold Florida State under a certain number of points to cover that line. So I'm on Florida State tonight, plus 18.5. You can still go find wherever it's highest is where you should go bet the plus 18.5 because I feel like it's still sitting at 17 on some books right now. So go get that plus 18. I got it at minus 123. I'm feeling good about that prop tonight as Florida State and Florida. Not really a rivalry game, but there's still, there's some fans that view it as a rivalry game down there, both internally for the two fan bases. So it'll be a little bit chippy, I suspect, tonight. And people have been down on Florida State, and they've been kind of shocking people, getting off to the 2-0 start, obviously, against teams that don't matter that much. So first real test here. But I'm on FSU. Fellas, what do you guys like for the three-leg triple punch parlay, the daily triple punch parlay from the Ticket Punchers? If you've got it ready. If not, no worries. We'll go on to tonight's bets and stuff. But just because mine was in college basketball, we started the show off with a little bit of Louisville talk here. I'm going to go ahead and give out that pick for our parlay tonight. Not an official punch. Those come at the end of the show. But this is my play for our Ticket Puncher parlay for today. Anything you guys like or want to react to, Curtis? I mean, I know you probably have a reaction to that play. What do you think of my plus 18.5 there, giving FSU those points?
Yeah, as you said, Roman, I love the Florida State plus 18.5 line too. I was really surprised that this was the line, to start off with. And as you seen,
14 or something.
Yeah, I could see like low double digits, but I wasn't expecting this much. I mean, I really think Florida State, they can match Florida's like physicality. I think Florida this year, it's kind of going to be similar to last year where UConn, defending champions, kind of have a little hangover coming into the season. And but I really liked what I've seen from this Florida State team. They have, big guards, big experienced guards. They will,
a couple of young athletic guys. They got some size as well.
Yeah,
in the front court.
And they'll full court press you as well. So they'll put pressure on Florida's team. So I think
Luke
18 is too much.
Got them boys out there defending. He got a little bit lesser talent, but he chose the athletic, sizable route, which is not anything new in terms of Florida State recruiting, which is funny. He brought in a new coach, and now the personnel kind of looks like Florida State personnel from like 6 or 8 years ago or something like that. Or even 10 years ago, back to like the Jonathan Isaac days and some of those long, skinny, defensive, not necessarily the most skilled kind of players. Exactly. A couple different players like that they've had over the years. They've got a couple players like that now. So I'm on FSU. Teams that do press full court typically don't lose by 19 points, right?
Right.
If they're like pressing from start to finish like that. So I think they'll maybe slow that game down pretty heavily in the beginning, which should allow them to go back and forth a little bit with Florida State. So that's my first play for our parlay for tonight. JR, you like anything? Or Curtis, I know you had a play ready earlier today. I don't know if that was a punch or for the parlay. Go ahead and give that out.
As far as the parlay piece goes, we'll go Ohio State's team total over 86.5. I gave this out as a jab on Friday, which did end up coming through with like a minute left in that game. So, but I like Ohio State's team. They run at a really fast pace and they score the ball really well. I think 87 will be a breeze tonight. So, yep.
Love it. We're going to knock those both in for the parlay pieces here, the daily triple punch. JR, what's your piece on it?
Yeah, I was going to give you some statistics on your plus 17.5. Florida State's 80% against the spread, 100% head-to-head last 5, 100%, and then all of 2024, they were 91%. So really good line there. I love it. For college tonight.
Could be anything, though. Yeah, like if we give out 3 of the same sport, then people can get active with those boosts.
Yes, my favorite. It's not minus 200. Isaiah Collier over 11.5 points and assists. He is last 5 of 5, 100% head to head, 100%. It's minus 130. He's been covering the line every game this season, so I expect him to do the same tonight.
Isaiah Collier, over 11.5 points and assist combo piece there for the player prop. I love it. I'm going to knock that in here as well for our triple punch. We got the Curtis Ohio State basketball team total tonight. And then, of course, my Florida State plus 18.5 if you can get it, plus 17.5 if you can find that. I'm on the 18, though, because I've grabbed it at 19, grabbed it at 18. I'll probably sprinkle something on like a whatever that first plus money line is, just because it's probably like, what, 15, Curtis, where I thought the line would be for the game is probably where they got that plus 100 starting up.
Yeah.
So maybe able to go find something there just on a little bit of a sprinkle. But get that in, triple punch parlay every day coming to you by the Ticket Punchers. We're going to get that tweeted out as well here at Ticket_Punchers for our daily triple punch. Now let's get right into it, fellas, here for tonight. I want to look into a couple of different things because we've got two I can't call them high level. I can't call the Celtics a high level basketball team yet, but two high level matchups, I should say, just in terms of games that should be close in the NBA tonight, both actually on TV as well. Well, I don't know if the Kings are going to keep it that close, but the Kings have actually performed a little bit better at home this season, going up against the better teams than have been expected. How are we feeling about the NBA slate tonight? We on the 76ers. I feel like all of us have been fond of the 76ers a little bit this season. What do we like tonight in the NBA? We got two NBC games on, but I want us to take a look here at this slate. JR, I'm sure you've been doing a dig since you've gotten off work.
Yeah, I got a whole sheet full.
Before we get any individual props, Curtis, in the NBA tonight, like one or two things you had, because we're gonna go break down JR's sheet. So maybe get the individuals out first, and then we'll go into JR's sheet. JR, is that handwritten?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Curtis.
Yeah. So I didn't get to a deep dive in the NBA, but I did find a few props that I did end up liking and taking. And the first one we'll go with Michael Porter Jr. over 29.5 points and rebounds. Honestly, I like the points straight at 22.5, but I mean, this guy's been rebounding the ball like crazy as well. But the reason I like this, there is no Cam Thomas out, so Porter Jr. is going to be the main guy taking shots for this team. The Raptors, they do give up the 8th most rebounds to small forwards. And he's hit this for the last 5 games. The only one he missed, he ended right at 29. I do think, for some reason, I think the Nets can keep this close at home. So I don't think it'll be a blood as, the line might suggest. So I do like MPJ over 29.5 points and rebounds. And the other prop I liked was Draymond Green over 11.5 rebounds and assists at minus 108. He's averaging right at 11 on the season. He's cashed this 9 of the last 10 games versus the Thunder. And he's averaging 16 rebounds and assists in those last 10 games versus the Thunder. And Steph Curry's back tonight.
Yes.
So, that's going to give some more, assist opportunity, for Draymond. So those are my 2 official punches in the NBA.
I like it. I got one official punch tonight in the NBA so far, at least. I've got Jimmy Butler. I'm on the over 16.5 points. Fellas, when Jimmy Butler plays 30 minutes this season, he's reached this mark. Only one game he hasn't reached this mark. Every game this season when he plays 30 minutes. Only a couple, 3 games, I believe, he hasn't played 30 minutes so far this season. One of those, he got a little bit banged up, obviously, coming out early in the second quarter. Last week to the Phoenix Suns. Didn't play the next game to the Kings. 31 minutes, first game out against Denver, only had 16 points, but 21 points against Indiana his last time out. And then before this, the injury, obviously, 34 minutes, 20 points, 37 minutes, 23 points, 32 minutes, 21 points, 31 minutes, 20 points, 39 minutes, 21 points. I think Steph getting back tonight, there's obviously going to be an emphasis on guarding him out there on the perimeter. You know what the Thunder like to do. They're going to muck it up for the opposing team's best guard on ball or off ball, right? It doesn't matter. They can guard you both ways. If you're an off ball kind of a scorer like Steph is, it's deny the entire game. They're throwing off ball double teams when you're coming around screens, like the big man hedging on Steph off the ball, right? Only the Thunder doing that kind of stuff, truly. And I think that's going to lead to more open positions tonight for Jimmy Butler to pick his spots. They're going to be putting a lot of attention on Steph. And I also just don't think Steph's going to be out there giving it his all first game back, right? He's going to be maybe taking it easy, playing 2 or 3 minutes less than expected for him in a normal game. So I'm on the Jimmy Butler over 16.5 points. His line is at 17.5, so I've watered it down 1 point, got the minus 130 on there. That's my only official punch tonight in the NBA. What do you like, JR? Let's see it.
Yeah, I like OKC to cover the minus 7.5. I think Steph's going to be a little rusty tonight. 76% against the spread. I just don't like the matchup tonight with, throwing Steph back into the rotation after being out a little bit. So I do like
the best defensive team in the league.
Yeah, I do like the 8.5. I still think that Golden State are having some trouble with like opposing big men. So I think Chet's going to have a really good night. But the minus 7.5, I'll make that an official punch at minus 110. And then the other game, of course, like you said, before Curtis had his picks, is in the Sixers game. I really love the over. The over has hit in 8 of Philly's last 8 games as the favorite. So that's minus 112. The over right now is sitting at 230.5. It's 100% in the last 8 games. So we saw what happened the last time these two teams played. They were fighting like cats and dogs. So I think that will cover it as well. So that's my 2 team plays. I do love Cason Wallace in that game for points and rebounds plus 104. I think that's a really solid line. It's 12.5. He's been getting about 10 points, and I definitely think he gets, a couple rebounds. I think he has a really good matchup in that game. My other A- is Moses Moody in that game, 8.5 points, minus 108. He's been doing really well in his matchups. He looks like he's starting to shoot with a higher volume. And more consistency. So in that game, that's what I like. The rest of my stuff I'll push out on the Twitter and build a little parlay for us.
Love it. Gonna get into a Lazard guy tweet here as he just sent it in. His why not parlay of the day. He has got Navy plus 12.5 on here at Penn State, UNC Asheville moneyline, Dayton plus 6.5. Looking like maybe the only thing I'm going to disagree with here. I am on the Cincinnati minus 5.5 Lazard guy. I think at home.
Is this basketball or football?
Yeah, college basketball tonight. Winthrop money line at Coastal Carolina. Murray State plus 11.5 at SMU. I love that line, if I'm being honest. Kansas minus 25.5 with Texas A&M CC coming to town. Weird thing about that game, Lazard guy, I worry Kansas gets up big early and plays at 80% for the rest of that game, and I wouldn't be surprised if it hangs around that 20 to 25 mark for longer than you'd maybe be comfortable with there. But I do like Kansas to win handedly. Tarleton State, they didn't get the job done for us last time, Lazard guy. And I bet it. I was on it. I watched it. They kept going on these 4-0 runs or 6-0 runs, and then they would just completely lose it all. The momentum they were getting, not able to cover for us. And then Illinois money line to Texas Tech. I got to go against you on that one, Lazard guy. Illinois is going to have to prove it for me, so I'm going to stay away there. I do like Texas Tech, but I purposely didn't pick that game because I like Texas Tech. But I'm seeing all these people bet Illinois, so when I'm disagreeing with what the majority is, I stay away. Outside of that, though, yeah, only thing on here I think that you really may have to worry about is the Dayton plus 6.5. And then, obviously, if I'm right about Texas Tech. Outside of that, I like it, Lazard guy. I like it. I'm not mad at this. If you guys want a few props from Lazard guy, why not? Why not? Go throw your little college basketball boost on it. Just throw a couple bucks on there. That's what the fun is in parlays when you have a few teams on there more than you typically would parlay things. Throw a few bucks, have a little bit of fun because it's got a boost on it. I like it. I don't think there's anything else in college basketball we're really truly looking at here tonight, fellas. So I kind of just want to go official punches. Anything we missed out on, anything we didn't get into. Philly and I'll be honest, I don't know about actually in the last week or so, but I haven't gotten in depth on NHL yet. I'm trying to just pay attention to the outcomes, see who's actually good and who's not, right? I mean, I'm also learning a little bit about keepers. I'm trying to figure out who the best keepers are and when those keepers are playing, because that's kind of when you look at the opposition team total, right? One of the best keepers in the league playing, is he going to allow 4 goals that game, right? Opposition team total sitting at 3.5. Little lines like that where we can go find an under. We're going to have those out for you here in the coming days, coming weeks, Philly and I, because that is something we did look into a lot last season. the NHL betting, and we're going to try to make that happen this season. Hockey can just be so unforgiving sometimes. So I want to let these guys start getting into a real flow going forward, and the good teams not losing to the bad teams like they typically can do early on in the season. Outside of that, fellas, official punches. I mean, I'm on the Jimmy Butler over 16.5 points. I'm looking at the Scotty Barnes line. I feel like the Scotty Barnes assist and rebound line, it's right there every single night that he plays. Just because they share the ball up there in Toronto 1, but they don't have anybody. You get the rebound. Scotty Barnes is a primary ball handler in a lot of their sets and a lot of their actions. That's why he is the assist man on a lot of these plays. He also is obviously just a freak of nature athletically. He can bring down a lot of rebounds. He's not consistent, which is why it's kind of tough to bet him. He'll go in his last 4 games, 5 rebounds, 10 rebounds, 3 rebounds, 12 rebounds. But he's getting up to that 9 or 10 mark due to his assists pretty much every night. It seems like the books have kind of gotten up on this, but I was looking at the rebounds assist over under for Scotty Barnes sitting at 12.5, maybe seeing if I can find an alt line on that, just because I think we can maybe get a number we like. 11.5 at minus 154. I kind of like that just because I feel like there's a lot of missed shots when the Brooklyn Nets play. Not a very high field goal percentage team here. So I think that the Scotty should be able to take advantage of that. Anything you guys else are looking at for certain official that you already have got before we get into some discussing some and talking some out here?
Yeah,
Go ahead, JR.
We got to take a Cardinal line. Michael Brown over 14.5 points tonight. I think he's going to have a good game. I think this is the first time that we've been favored by 6.5 points
since 2012.
Yeah, since 2012. I saw the metric earlier. I was like, I really like our chances in this one. But I loved his points line over 14.5, minus 114 right now. Then his assists, they had him at
5.5. I saw.
Yeah, they had him at 5.5 plus 108. I don't love that. I do think he can get 5 to 6, but I was going to take it in a parlay at 3.5, which is 4. That line individually is not great for the juice at minus 390, but those two together, solid parlay there. Or just take his points. I do think even if we get blown out or even if we lose, I still think he's going to, hit some threes and get some buckets. So
I like it. Anything you want to add to that, Curtis? Because I've got one thing I do want to add.
Well, I'll just piggyback off your Scotty Barnes pick. I was looking at I like that pick first of all, but I was looking at his 6+ assists for plus money. I know Brooklyn, they give up, I believe, the most assists to the power forward position. It's just hard with Raptors. It feels like they have about 3-4 players that kind of all do the same thing. So that always, worries me.
You don't know who is going to be on which night.
Yeah. Really. So, yeah. But, I like JR's pick. I think this could be, Michael's, coming out game, with Louisville. So, I like that 14.5 look as well.
I like the Isaac McNeely 3+ 3-pointers. It's already gone up. I had saw it at minus 140. I'm seeing it at minus 152 now, fellas. I think the ball falls to him 3 different times and he makes one.
Oh yeah.
Not just that's not counting the out of bounds sets that we're going to draw up for him to get one. The baseline out of bounds that we're going to draw up, out of timeout stuff. That's the kind of thing that Pat Kelsey prioritizes. I do think that he can get to that 3+ mark. I'm going to make that an official punch. Isaac McNeely 3+ 3s at minus 152. I'm going to take that tonight as well. And then a jab. I'll make the jab. I'm going to rock with a Scotty Barnes. Not an official punch, but just if you're interested, I'm going to take that 11.5 points or the rebounds and assist mark, water down 1 from his original line because the 12 was sitting at plus money. So I'm on the 11.5 at minus 120. Yeah. There on a jab there for Scotty Barnes.
Brooklyn ranks 30th, which is good in the green for assists to his position. So solid line.
Love it. That's it for me, fellas. What else you guys want to add before we get out of here tonight? Any plus money, anything you guys are looking at? Obviously not in any NFL football. Maybe you have a line you're looking at earlier on in the week, or maybe there's a college basketball line you guys are jumping on now before it moves. What do you guys like before we get out of here this last minute of the show here on the Ticket Punchers?
I like Westbrook is returning to Denver tonight, so we know the revenge spot. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be him. Last time he played him, I think he went crazy for 29 something.
Yeah, triple double, I believe. But 2 weeks ago or last week?
Yeah, his line tonight for points and assists is I watered one down to 14.5. Head to head, it was 100%, last 580, but my official one is going to be Westbrook over 12.5 points minus 102, or you can water him down to 10 points. I think he gets that very easy if you're going to use it as a parlay piece. That's minus 250. For my plus money play, I still love the Cason Wallace over 12.5 points and rebounds. That's plus 104. I think that's a solid lock there. I really don't have any other plus money plays. Everything else is, between minus 100 and 200, but we'll put those on the parlay that we build probably on the YouTube segment.
That'll be it here for us. This is going to wrap us up here on the Ticket Punchers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 to 6 right here on the Big X. Stay tuned, though, for a couple minutes if you want to get some more after radio hours chatter on the Real Spiel YouTube page, the Ticket Punchers Twitter page, wherever you want to find us, or on the Big X YouTube page, where we're going to continue this chat on. But this is going to wrap us up. Stay tuned for tomorrow right here on the Big X. This is the Ticket Punchers. Let's go punch those tickets.
Punch those tickets.
Punch tickets.
Go Cards.
All right, fellas. Welcome back in here to the Ticket Puncher Show, presented by the Real Spiel Podcast, sponsored by the Big X Sports Radio. As we've given you our official punches already, fellas, let's get a little bit of action out here tonight. Let the listeners know what we're punching in on. Actually, if I'm being honest, I just punched in everything we just mentioned.
Yeah, me too.
I just placed a little 5-leg here, just a couple bucks. Ohio State team total, Florida State plus 19.5 alternate because I couldn't get the 18 or 17. I don't like the FanDuel college basketball alternate spreads are so stupid.
They go up like 3 or 4 each one.
Give me the game line thing where I can actually pick what I want, like DraftKings. Little things like that where DraftKings is just miles clear, man. But Florida State plus 19.5 just because that was the alternate I could grab that wasn't the 16. The next one up, I took the Scotty Barnes over 10.5 rebounds and assists at minus 245 instead of the 11.5, just because it's a parlay. I took the Isaac McNeely threes at minus 152, and I took the Jimmy Butler points at 16.5. I probably should have dumbed that down to 15.5 with it being on a parlay. But it's already dumbed down once because his line's at 17.5. So I think he gets 20 tonight, if I'm being honest. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game for two good defensive teams, basically. Like it's going to be a normal scoring game for the sake of the NBA, but I think for these two teams, it'll be pretty high-scoring and typically what they allow up. So I think Jimmy's getting to 20, but I took the 16.5. Those 5 legs put me at plus 12.26. $5 wins me $66 here. See what I can get from a little parlay action like that. Okay. It wouldn't let me bet because I took an alternate points, JR. There's another reason FanDuel's stupid. Because Jimmy's points were alternate, it wouldn't let me add the 7.5. I wanted to add the 7.5 onto it. That's the only reason I didn't put that 7.5 on there. And the only reason I didn't throw the Case and Wallace on there is, didn't he get hurt? Isn't he only like 2 games back?
He's been hooping.
I'm not sure.
I thought he got hurt for a couple games.
He probably did. His last 2 games were a little rocky. But against their matchup tonight, I think he's going to hit a couple threes and definitely cover his line.
Yeah, he's definitely going to hit like 2 threes. He'll go to the free throw line twice probably. I mean, that right there is putting you right up near it. And I think he'll get a couple like one transition bucket, one of those little backcourt buckets he's always prone to getting.
Still in a dunk.
Yep.
Every game. Trying to build this out really quick.
Yeah, I just played our parlay on FanDuel. I got it.
Oh, I need to play our parlay now too.
Yeah, I got it at plus 541.
Oh, the line just moved to 17 for Florida State, so I'll take that.
Yeah,
Florida,
17.
Ohio State. And then you had Collier points. You took the Isaiah Collier points, right?
Yeah, Isaiah Collier over 11.5 points and assists minus 130.
I just sent the link in.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think that's the best line I've seen tonight. I think he's head to head he hoops. Also have VJ Edgecombe for 15 since they're playing Boston his first game. He scored 30.
Last 2 times I bet that 15 plus from him.
That's why I didn't give it out. But I think I'm gonna play it tonight. I think he's due for one. His last 2 games have been kind of rocky, but he seems like he likes the Boston matchup. And also got Nick Claxton. I watered him down to over 11.5 points, minus 260. He's been hooping since they got MPJ, freeing him up a little bit, getting some cleanup stuff. His last 5, he's 100%. I like that against Toronto. About the Westbrook line, I like Collier's assist. Him for 4 is minus 260. Him for 4.5 is minus 128. I'd probably water him down to 4, 3.5. I think that's the sweet spot. He's 80% there. He only had 1 game where he missed it by 1 for whatever reason. I think they were getting their asses whooped in a blowout. I don't know if you have watched much of the Toronto Raptors, but that Landale kid, the drop, he hoops. I like him a lot.
He's on the Raptors now?
Is he Memphis?
Oh, Memphis. Okay. I've seen him in years past. I know he's been on the Rockets, the Suns.
But
he can hoop though.
Yeah, he's been covering 10 easy. They got him for 10 points plus 108. I watered him down to 8.5 points minus 125, 5 of 5, 100% this season. So
they're going against the Knicks.
I love him there. He don't get scared. He's been hooping.
He just got paid.
Oh yeah, he gonna keep getting paid. He keep hooping like that. I like Brandon Ingram for 4 assists. He's been getting 5, 6. His last 7 of 7, he's covered 3.5 at minus 140. I love that line. And then I love the TJ McConnell points and assists line at 12.5, minus 154.
This is his first game back?
I think so.
Or maybe second.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Nemhard's back as well. Okay.
Yeah. I know they got.
Oh, that's why they're favored.
Yeah, Pace is getting back a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, McConnell should be starting. But
just a little spark off the bench, I think.
When Mathurin gets back, they'll be all right.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be no bottom feeders.
They're not gonna be good. Yeah, they're not gonna be bottom feeder how they've been.
I mean, even when Howie was hurt last year, I mean, they did solid with all their pieces.
Yeah.
Although they did have Turner, but I mean, I think Jackson's been playing well, and Walker.
Yeah, Benedict Mathurin. Yeah, Nimbarb, Nesmith, Walker, Siakam, Jackson are the starters, and then Keontae George, Mekhi Luke, Bailey, Marketing, Nurkic. They had Marketing's line at 24 and a half. I was like,
That guy's been hooping, boy.
Yeah, but I was like, somebody gonna have a tough matchup tonight. I almost took that line, or like
Him and Siakam's gonna be going at it.
Yeah, but Siakam struggles with longer.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be able to defend him now.
Yeah, people who can hit him with the Dirk Nowitzki post package, run leg fadeaways, and a good jump shot. But yeah, I mean,
shit! Did you only get one official? I forgot to get your second official punches out. I think, Curtis. Did you get all your officials out for today?
He only had
Draymond and.
Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I forgot the Draymond play. Yeah.
Draymond, MPJ, and I had Ford State, but I mean, we can.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make that an official punch because that's just my parlay piece for today.
Yeah.
But we gave it out, so it doesn't really matter.
So just send it to Kate, and she can add it into the tweet.
All right, fellas, I got to get out of here. Get a couple things situated because I got to go work from home during the U of L game. But feel free to continue.
Oh, you got to work from home?
Mm-hmm. Pacers tonight.
Dang. Quick question: Is Hadley? Is he in for tonight?
I haven't seen nothing. He should be playing. I have not. No one's texted me. The couple people I texted, they said there's nothing new.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have to believe he's playing. I think it's one of those kinds of things that if he wasn't, they were going to wait. Right now to announce it if he wasn't playing probably. So
yeah, he's playing.
I think 6.5 is crazy. Oh, I don't feel great about that, but
I would take the inverted spread.
The thing is, there was rumors about Owe maybe not being 100%, maybe not going to be at shoot around or something like that. Turns out he was at shoot around, but there's still rumors that he isn't maybe at 100% right now. If that's the case, I can understand the line moving, but still moving up that much just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, if I'm being honest.
Not at all.
I hate to say it, I did take the plus 6.5, fellas.
Oh, I mean, I was going to, but just in a Louisville Kentucky rivalry, I couldn't because it's like if we blow them out, I'm like, dang, I just took Kentucky.
I'll feel good. I'm gonna feel good if we blow them out regardless. I'm okay.
Right. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
I just can't sit there and look at that even money at plus 6.5 on a game that. I got another interesting stat here, fellas. I DM'd the Louisville Cardinal official stat keeper. His name's Kelly Dickey, and I asked him, what are the last 5 matchups Louisville's been favored in? What was the outcome? 2020, 3.5-point favorites. Louisville wins. 2014, 4.5-point favorites. Louisville loses by 5. 2013, Louisville 1.5-point favorites. They lose by 9. 2012, 7-point favorites. Louisville wins by 3. Basically, though, since 1988, Louisville is 7-5 straight up, but 3-9 against the spread when favored versus Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Since 88, 3-9 against the spread tonight. I mean, against UK. Granted, it's always new teams. It's
right.
What use are stats from 1988 to right now? But if you do look into that kind of thing and just believe in trends, right? Trends typically say more likely than not going to cover this game, but that we do have a good chance of winning this game, right? I think the best basketball we've seen from us already this season, even against the lower quality opponents, is just better basketball than I feel like Kentucky's shown. So that's just kind of where I stand with that. I do think that, with the firepower we've got, we can run anybody off the floor. Mm-hmm. I think with the personnel we've got, we're not hitting shots. It can look a little bit interesting for us with the front court play that we have offensively. So, you're not hitting threes. You got to go inside. If the guys you go inside to aren't typically the kind of guys that can play that kind of basketball, now things can look a little bit ugly for you in the beginning of a season when you haven't learned how to work through kinks when the shots aren't falling yet, right? So that's kind of where I fall. I'm on the under as well. I'm one of the few people out here.
It's huge. I think it can be high scoring, but it is a high total.
Definitely, there's a million routes to it being high scoring.
Yeah.
What do we see with Louisville Kentucky games? Chippiness, aggressiveness, a lot of fouls, and a lot of missed shots. So I think it's going to be ugly. I think Louisville wins. I think Louisville wins marginally, 1, 2, 3 point kind of a victory. I will be not surprised at all if there's a Kentucky player that isn't an expected name that has a crazy performance and Louisville loses.
Every year. Every
We've
year.
had enough times
Somebody for
to
them
not
goes
be
up.
surprised. I will not be surprised at all if I see that. Granted, I don't believe that's going to happen like I have believed in the past, but I won't. I'm prepared for it at the same time, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
I think
that's
us being
kinda
at home gives us a little bit of edge. I think Kelsey can navigate it. But Cards are 4-1 against top 25 scoring defenses in their last 5 games, 80%. So
Really?
yep. 80% last 5, and Kentucky is 2-5, 28.6% in their last 7 games as an underdog. So some advanced analytics.
There it is. There it is. I'm gonna jump out of here, fellas. I appreciate you guys.
All right, brother.
Some
I'll see
text
you.
Guys, tonight and tomorrow.
Go Cards.
Go Cards.
Go Cards, man. Happy belated, JR, man. I didn't know it's your birthday.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, man. 33.
Yes, sir. I know you had a ball freaking at the game.
Oh yeah, it was quiet in there.
I know. I bet the way it started though. I knew Ravens was gonna pick it up though.
Yeah.
Low-key, I was gonna bet Ravens on the money line. What was y'all down 10? Was it 10 nothing?
Yeah, I think because they held us to field goal, like the first 4 goal line.
I remember it's 10-9 at one point. Too.
Yeah, inside the red zone, they got 4 stops. I was like, but I was like, yeah, and Lamar didn't look rattled.
Right.
So I was like, we're good. We'll be all right. But yeah, it was a good game. Some definite questionable first half calls with Justin not getting the superstar whistle on some of the holding and the Roquan slam on was it Naylor or somebody on the left side?
Right.
The referee crew was like really bad. They kept leaving their mics on and blowing the whistles, and so it like echoed through the whole dome.
What the heck?
Everybody was, and they did it twice, like in both halves, and everybody was booing the hell out of them.
Man.
Yeah, good win. We're 1 game back behind them Pitt boys. So
I know, and y'all helped us out, my Bears too. So I mean, we'll take that. We need all the help we can get. So yeah, that was clutch.
Yeah, we just need to make sure we don't drop a L against them doo-doo Browns.
Yeah, I think y'all definitely about to take y'all have all the momentum.
Yeah, we
I think definitely about to take that division. I mean, even when y'all was down like 3 games, y'all was minus 142 to make the playoffs, and I think y'all was slightly plus money to win the division. So I mean, the books knew, especially with their schedule and y'all's schedule coming up, like it favors y'all. So
yeah, I think we'll be all right. Bar injury, that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah,
everybody got to stay healthy. We can't drop nobody else.
Right? Yeah, bro.
We'll be all right.
Yes, sir. But I'm about to get it to my second show. So go Cards, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good luck tonight, man.
You too, man. Go Cards.
All right, bro.